Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It is going to be my fourth update in my whole collection, Project Pan. This project was created by Becky Loves Kenga, who I don't believe does this project anymore, but I was heavily inspired to do this when I saw my friend Emily from Emily and Max do this project so many years ago, and I've had so much fun participating in this Project Pan ever since. If you are new to the whole collection, Project Pan project, essentially my entire makeup collection is itemized on an Excel spreadsheet, and I randomly generate 10 products to work on at any given time. My only rule is that I don't want to work on any more than 2 products in the same makeup category at any given time. Other than that, that is what this project entails. I have some exciting progress. I have a couple of rollouts. I also have some products that I do not have exciting progress on. So if you're interested in my updates, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna start with this palette right here because I think I may have told you guys last update I was gonna declutter this palette, and then I was looking through my notes and I was like, wait, am I actually going to declutter this palette? And I think last month, in replacement of this, I rolled in the ColourPop Cream Gel Lip Liner in the shade Cool BFF, and I can't find that product, but I know I used that once and it looked like I had corpse lips. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely decluttering that lip liner. And I actually want to reclutter this into my, like, I actually don't want to declutter this just because I have been dabbling in a more neutral eye look lately. And I really feel like some of the mattes in this palette could really suit me well. So I'm going to swap those back. And my goal with this one is going to be to no pan left behind this one in this project. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, if that's against the rules, but it's my project. I'm creating my own rules for this. So this will be entering the project again with the goal of no pan left behind this. Thank you for allowing me to do that. And then speaking of no pan left behind, this palette has been in for a couple of months now, or a couple of updates. I did give myself the goal of no pan left behinding the Little Ghost palette from Odenseye. And as of the last update, I think I had reached for this one time. I didn't reach for it all since then, shame on me. And the only shades that I've reached for are these 2 purple shades up here and then these 2 purple shades here. So we still have a lot of this palette to go. I did not cycle through my palette collection much in April. I was traveling some in April and I just was not doing well with no pan left behind. So I'm hopeful, because this has been in for a couple of months now, I'm really hoping that I can just bust through this and have this as a rollout next update. I'm thinking I could do something really fun, like warm weather inspired, with this bottom row, and we all know I love blues, as well as I could do something really fun with just a bright yellow on the inner corner. So if this isn't a rollout next update, you guys need to like shame me in the comments, but this is going to remain in the project. Okay, this blush is my Saie Dewy blush in the shade Baby. I gave myself a 20 use goal with this one. It was at 13 out of 20 uses since the last update, and I only reached for this one an additional 1 time. So we're at 14 out of 20 uses with this. This is definitely something that is more suited to colder weather in my opinion, but I also really enjoyed mixing this with my Charlotte Tilbury Pink wand, and so I'm hopeful again that I can just bust through the 6 more uses needed for this. I thought about maybe just rolling this out, but I think I can get 6 more uses done. And if I look, there is heavy windowing here to the point where I definitely feel like if I use this 6 more times and then I pull this back out next cold weather season, I could potentially have this as an empty before the end of the year, and that would just be so exciting to have a liquid blush empty. So I'm not going to roll this out. I am going to try and work my way through the 6 more uses. I feel like with a little bit of effort, this could be an easy rollout for next month. Same thing with this. Like, I feel like these could be 2 very easy rollouts next update. And we love a rollout. Like, we love a rollout and a roll in. So this one, I still have 6 uses to go. Not super exciting there. Also not really exciting is my YSL lip stain. This is on my lips today, but I'm pretty sure this is the only time I've worn it since the last update. I just kind of forget about this one, but this is a really, really beautiful lip color and a lip shade. And I feel like it's the perfect neutral, bold lip. And I think I can have so much fun with this in the summertime. It's a little mini. I really do want to finish this. I don't know if the packaging is opaque or not, and I'm not yet sure if I'll pull the stopper out, but my goal, I don't think it is opaque packaging. Maybe it is. I'm honestly not sure, but I don't really know where to mark the line on this. It just keeps coming out and coming out. I think I actually might add just a little bit more to my lips. But I really enjoy this. If I didn't say it's the YSL lip stain in the shade 23. I don't know if you can get it anymore. We're still working away on emptying this one out. Next up, I have my Milani lipstick in the shade Tease, and I'm really excited that this one's finally rolling out. This rolled in the introduction. I gave myself just a 7-use goal with this. It's one of my favorite lip shades in my entire collection, and I was only at 4 out of 7 uses as of the last update. I did reach this, the additional 3 times needed to roll this out. I just suck at using my lipsticks, and I really want to get better about it. So maybe I need to do some sort of like lipstick rotation. We'll see, who knows. Nevertheless, this is a rollout, which is so exciting. And then another product that is going to be rolling out is my Becca Après-Ski Glow Face Palette. I gave myself a 10-use goal with this, and I told myself within those 10 uses, I needed to reach for every single pan in this palette at least 1 time. And I have done that. I actually reached for this face palette 11 times. I've been really enjoying my face palettes lately. I think a goal at some point, I don't know whether it'll be this year or next year, I would like to pan this bronzer. And then we have my favorite highlight ever, which is Rose Quartz up here. So potentially I'm trying to pan this. But I reached for Rose Quartz 4 times. I reached for Icicle 1 time. This is definitely not a very flattering highlight on my cheeks, just because it's like more of like a blue shifty shade. I did reach for this blush just 1 time. I swear I've reached that more than once, but I guess just once. This is just not my like ideal blush shade, especially not right now. I did reach for this shade, which is Blushed Copper. I reached for this twice. I actually think I might have some fun with Blushed Copper this summer, just like on my like chest and neck area. I think it can be really beautiful. I used it almost as a glowy bronzer, and I really liked the couple of times that I used this, which is shocking because this is the shade that scared me the most in years past. I did reach for, what is this one? Oh, Opal 3 total times within this project. And then I reached for the bronzer a total of 7 times in this project. So got some good use out of this face palette. It always makes me happy to get use out of my face palettes, because I feel like in the past I would maybe reach for a face palette once a year. And now I'm just like absolutely loving getting use out of my face palettes. But this will be another rollout. So we have 2 rollouts. And then my final, we'll save my final roll for the end. This one is not going anywhere. It's my Fenty Beauty Slip Shine lipstick in the shade Tang Tang. Goal is to use this up because this is a product that I told you guys is going to self-destruct. I need to declutter it by the end of the year if it's not used up. And I still haven't used this since rolling this in, and it's been in for like at least 2 updates. But spring, summer is a perfect time to reach for this. I need to at least have 5 uses on this by the next update. Seriously. Next up I have, oh, this is, no, I actually have 2 more rollouts. Okay, we have 4 products rolling out. Okay, that's exciting. This is not a rollout. This is my Iconic London lip gloss, and I gave myself a goal to finish this off. I know that's very lofty, but it's one of my older glosses in my collection. And so I figured because it was rolling in, just why not try to use it? I could make another line marking right here. Maybe I will. I just feel like it's gonna end up looking just like a thick line. I've used this some, but I have quite a few other glosses that I am, well, yeah, I made okay progress. We did okay. I just have quite a few other lip glosses, so if this one takes me a little bit of time, that's okay. But my goal still is going to be to empty this one out. Maybe I'll bring this one to work with me today to try and get use out of it. Okay, my final 2 rollouts. I have my Saie Beauty Glow Sculpt in the shade Pink Glow. I'm really excited about this one. I gave myself an 11-use goal with this, and this was a product at the beginning of this year I wasn't sure was gonna stick around in my collection just because I didn't love the way that this looked on my skin, but using it in a way where I was underpainting kind of like right here and then maybe a little bit around like my orbital bone, whatever. I really ended up loving this, and I ended up reaching for this a total of 12 times. So this will be rolling out, but I have grown an appreciation for this product and would potentially be curious about like what other shades they have. I've been loving glowing. So this is also rolling out. And then my final rollout is my Vive Bronzing Duo. I gave myself a 10 use goal on this one. I had 5 out of those 10 uses last update, and I did reach for this an additional 5 times. This is a product, I just don't know if I love this how I used to, so I might actually end up decluttering this product. I just feel like I have bronzers in my collection I like better on my skin, and I don't get excited to reach for this bronzer, whereas there's other bronzers where I actually like get excited to reach for them. And I just feel like I don't have the space in my makeup collection anymore to be reaching for products that I'm just like so about. So you might see this one in an upcoming declutter, but prior to pulling this into this project, I thought that I really loved this bronzer. So I don't know if my preferences have changed. I don't know if this product's just gotten a little bit old, but I'm glad that I pulled it in so that I could realize that maybe this just doesn't need to be in my collection any longer. That being said, we do have, I didn't even realize we had, as I started pulling these products for this update, I was like, oh, I don't have an exciting update. We have 4 products rolling out, which makes me so happy. And the only product that we can't roll in per my rule of only 2 of the same makeup category would be an eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna pull up my Tiny Decisions, or not Tiny Decisions app. I'm gonna pull up my Pretty Random app, and we're gonna randomly generate 4 numbers between 1 and 482. My spreadsheet is not the most up to date. I will get it updated by the end of June, and we're just gonna call it good there. I just wouldn't have like my newest products to my collection, but I should already be naturally testing those. So we're gonna call it good with just the 482 products we already have on the list. So we get number 232, number 80, number 187, and number 417. All right, so 232. Okay, 232 is going to be, come on, 232, Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm, which is actually in another project. Inevitably, this happens every time. 1 out of 482 products is already a product that's emptied out, I've worked on, or it's in another project. I don't know how that works, but the second number we got was number 80, and number 80 is, ooh, the Kaleidos Lilac palette, which I did say I can't roll in another palette, but I really do need to decide whether or not I want that palette. Also, it's a 7-pan palette, so I actually think I am gonna roll that in. I'll grab that after we see what else we get. So number 187 is YSL. Oh, okay. My YSL Bare Look Tint, which I just rolled into my Shop My Stash because I wanted to get use out of this. So that's perfect. That works great. We can use that. And then it was 417. Let's see. 417 is Dominique, Dose of Colors Brick. A liquid lipstick. Okay. Is that, okay, I'll grab, okay, we have to roll one more number. 230. What was 232? That was, oh, 230 is probably a blush. Okay, let's see. 230 is, oh, okay, Bite Melon Mojito. Okay, that's good. I need to work on that. Okay, I'm gonna grab these products and I will be right back to share them with you. All right, guys, so up first we have my Kaleidos Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender Eyeshadow Palette. This is what this palette looks like, and I bought this when I was like in the height of my loving purple era, and I just never reached for this eyeshadow palette. But there are some neutral browns in here. Like, I feel like I should be getting use out of this palette, so I would like to just no pan left behind this palette and kind of see what I think about this palette after doing no pan left behind. I feel like I learned so much about my eyeshadow palettes when I no pan left behind them, so that's gonna be my goal with that. Then I rolled in my YSL Bare Look tinted foundation, moisturizer, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely something that is a summer shade for me, but I did recently pull this out and wanted to get some use out of it, so I think I'm gonna go in with an 11 use goal on this one as well. I think it'll be in for a couple of months, 1 or 2 months, probably at least 2 months, but I'd like to give myself an 11 use goal with this. I feel like that will allow me to kind of decide if I still like it and how I used to like it, and I feel like that'll just be a good goal for this one. So 11 uses with that. Then I rolled in my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Brick. I do think this is a beautiful shade, but it is definitely more of like a deeper vampy shade, something that I would typically reach for more in the fall time, and then even then would struggle to reach for it. So I think with this one, I'm gonna give myself an 8 use goal. And it'll likely take me right up until the end of the year to do that. But maybe I'll be loving a bold lip. But I still also have my like lip stain to finish up. I'm gonna give myself an 8 use goal because I do feel like that is a challenge, but not like so overreaching. So that's gonna be my goal with this one. And then finally, the final product is my Bite Beauty liquid whipped blush in the shade Daycation. No, sorry, the Daycation blush in the shade Melon Mojito. Okay, this will be fun to mix with. This is pretty similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm. So I feel like this will actually mix really well with my Saie Baby blush, and I can get some good use out of both. Maybe I'll give myself, I'm gonna mix these two together. I have 6 uses left with Baby. Maybe I'll give myself an 11. Oh yeah, that is a very pretty shade. I'm gonna give myself an 11 use goal with Daycation. A little bit more than 10, but not quite 15. And I feel like I can get some good use out of this. This I should finish up. It's getting old in my collection. Bite Beauty's not even a brand anymore, and I would like to actually get the money's worth that I spent on this. So that is going to wrap it up for this whole collection project pan update. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting me and my channel as you always do. I want to know in the comments below if you have recently hit a pan, finished off a product, if you have a good panning month, a bad panning month. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.